Hello there, and welcome to a new edition of Mama's Kitchen on the Farm. And I have my little helper, Ira. He's 7 years old and he's our youngest grandson. And today we're going to make, can you tell what we're going to make, Ira?
Banana cupcakes.
And this recipe is from Ira's great-grandma Oderkirk. And this is a really good recipe. It works good with regular flour. It also works great with gluten-free flour. I've actually made a batch of gluten-free ahead of time so that we'll be able to share them with Riley and Ira's mommy Kate and his auntie Liz. Sure.
I love Ira.
Yeah, and Ira wanted to say he loves himself, and that's awesome. Okay, so we're going to get started shortly. Okay, so welcome back, and now we're going to start making our banana cupcakes. Ira has the butter already mixed up. Can you tell how much butter we need in this recipe, Ira? Half a cup.
Half a cup.
Half a cup of butter, or margarine, but I like to use butter. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add some sugar, and it is 1 1/4 cups. Can you say that?
1 1/4 cups
of white sugar.
White sugar.
So Grandma's going to help Ira get that into the pan, into the bowl. And I have a measuring cup already in here. And so we're going to do 1 1/4. So this is a 1/4 cup measuring cup. So we're going to need 5 of those. So if you can dump that in, Ira. And you can count with me. 1. Hold it over the bowl.
2, 3.
Be nice and loud, okay?
4. 5.
So that makes 1 1/4 cups. Yep, you can start stirring. 1 1/4 cups of sugar. And then to that, we're going to add our bananas. And I'm going to tell you a thing about bananas. When bananas get really ripe and we don't like them much anymore, we put them in the freezer and then we can take them out and we can use them in our recipes. So these are some bananas that came out of the freezer. And we need, how many, can you read how much bananas we need?
1 cup of
mashed bananas.
Mashed banana.
So here's our mashed bananas. We're going to put that in there now. You can start stirring that around. And soon we're going to go over to the mixer, and that'll make it easier for the stirring. We also use some vanilla. We need a teaspoon of vanilla. Now I'm going to tell you, Grandma does a little bit of cheating here. I just put a little bit in the cap and think that's about a teaspoon. So we have a teaspoon of vanilla. That makes them really tasty. And then we also need some milk. And this recipe calls for, can you read that, Ira? 3/4 of a cup.
Cup of milk.
And it says sour milk. And you know how you get sour milk out of milk? You get vinegar, add a little bit of vinegar to the milk, and that makes sour milk. And it just makes for fluffier cupcakes. So we're going to put that in. Can you want to put that in, Ira? There you go. Okay, that's all of our wet ingredients. Oh, it did. That's all of our wet ingredients, and now we're going to go over to the mixer. Just a second, buddy. We're going to go over to the mixer and mix it with our power mixer. You ready?
Pause.
Okay. We've now moved over to our mixer, and we just have a hand mixer. Nothing real fancy on the farm here. And we're going to add our dry ingredients. And the dry ingredients that we need to add are our flour. And
I love Riley.
Ira, can you tell how much flour we need for this recipe? 2 1/4.
2 1/4 of cups of flour.
And then we need 2 teaspoons of
Baking powder.
and 1 teaspoon of
Baking soda.
and half a teaspoon
of salt.
salt. So what I usually do for salt is just get my salt shaker. Sure.
I love cheese.
We're going to add a little bit of salt just like that. And then we're going to add our flour. And this is going to be 2 1/4 cups. So we've got 1,
Oh, I want stuff so bad.
2, and then 1/4 would be about
That much.
Yeah, about that, I think.
That much.
Yeah.
Can
And
I
then
stir it
we're,
now?
hang on, no, we're going to use the
Oh,
mixer in
yeah.
a second. We're going to be putting in our baking soda and our baking powder as well. So
Can I
hold
do
on
it?
1 second.
I push it in now.
No, you can put this in first. So we need a teaspoon of baking soda. Ira's going to sprinkle that all over there. And we need 2 teaspoons of baking powder. This is what makes our cupcakes rise up really nicely. There's 1. And there is 2. All right, put that in there, Ira. And then you can just put the spoon there. And what we're going to do is you put the mixer down, really down far in there. Okay, and this might be a little bit messy. You can turn it on
Can I
and
take
start.
off my fins for this? I don't want it that messy.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so how about Grandma start it for you and then you can hold it?
Yep.
Okay, are you ready? Okay, so we're starting to mix. I'm going to move that camera down so you can see a bit more. Pay attention to what you're doing. He's doing the mixing. Oh, there we go. And usually what we do is we scrape down the side. Good job. And he's mixing away until it's well mixed. So Ira has finished mixing up all the batter. And I have to tell you that when we were making it, it seemed like quite dry. So Grandma realized we forgot to add the eggs. So we added 2 eggs and now it just looks perfect. So this is what our batter is going to look like. And next what we're going to do is we're going to put it in our cupcake cups and put it in the oven. And we will be back shortly. Okay, so we're now ready to put our batter into the cupcake cups. And I use this nice big tablespoon that I've got, and we just kind of put to there about just a little bit more than half full. And we're going to fill up 24 cupcake cups, and then we're going to put them in the oven. We'll come back shortly to see our delicious cupcakes made. Okay, the cupcake cups are all filled, and we're now going to put them in the oven. We bake them at 340 degrees for about 30 minutes. Okay, we have finished our cupcakes. They're decorated with icing, and Ira has put a special touch. He's made some for, can you tell everybody who you made them for?
Jace, Bo, Bentley, Brinley, Andy, Stacy, me, my dad.
And he's eating the leftover bananas. Yes. So I hope you like this video, and stay tuned for one more video from our other grandson. Bentley is going to help make gingerbread cookies next. Thanks so much from Mama's Kitchen on the farm and my helper Ira.